Hello, I am Bez Bonnie Beth, and it's been quite a while since I streamed. Honestly, I basically forgot how it all technically works. But even though I'm not wearing the normal requisite amount of red, I just got this box, and I thought I would share this moment with you. We've got the Marauder expansion. It looks like there's the Riverfolk expansion. It looks like there's the underworld expansion. There's the base game. What the fuck? Where's the homeland? I am very confused and a bit irritated. What the Jiminy? There's meant to be at least one more box in here. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sure that later games will make this right, but I am a bit annoyed. So, I've got, just to go through it, base game in order, Riverfolk, which has the otters and the lizards. We've got the next one was the underworld with the moles and the corvids, and then we have the badgers, and these I've already played, and I'm not against these things. Like, I really like all of these games, but I was looking forward to playing the knaves and the frogs and the bats. I do have a little landmarks pack, which I'm not super excited, but it's quite cute. And a little hirelings pack in a box. We've got the vagabond pack. We've got the exiles and partisans. Again, I'm a bit confused. Like, is it coming in two boxes with the new stuff in a different box? But surely the new stuff should have arrived, but not squires and disciples either. We've got the underworld hireling pack and the riverfolk hireling pack. Well, this is real life, and sometimes disappointments happen. Well, that is a wee bit of a bummer. I already own a copy of this, but it's in the UK. I do not own a copy of this. I'm quite excited. Now, Riverfolk and base game I already have even in Bangkok, because I just love Root that much. I really got into it during the pandemic with the base game on the, Steam, and learning to play that way, and then playing with a friend where I basically taught him how to play his copy. The plastic way. Get out! 2 to 6 player. Got learning to play. Let's see which instruction you've got. The 2024 one. It has I'm expecting, so this does have all the Marauder stuff, but nothing afterwards, so this isn't brand new printing. There's a components list that I always really appreciate. It's nice to be like, hey, this is what's going on here. I've played the moles 3 times now, I think. Still not won with them, but I think I can do it one day. As long as I keep going, one day all my friends are going to take pity on me and probably just let me win. I don't know. So yeah, all the bits for the corvids, extra plot tokens. I guess that's for the 2 different vagabonds, for the relationship markers. Oh, nice. The corvid player boards, and that's the best color, except for red. Purple's pretty good. The Duchy. You know, I'm a lot less excited about all this unboxing now. I'll probably have a look at the squires and disciples, but just feeling like the wind's been taken out of my sails. And this is a really nice map. I've played this a few times, I think. There's just a really nice aspect to having the raft, sailing around. It adds a wee bit without it being overwhelming. Oh. Look at the raft. And I remember the riverfolk on the company. We've got extra dice. Yeah. Got the crowns for the moles. I'll probably put them into a little bag along with the other mole pieces. Doo-ba-doo-doo. We've got the actual moles. Oh, this is ridiculous. They are very cute. I do kind of wish they were double-sided printed, but I don't think that would be economically viable. And we've got the corvids. They can go into this bag conveniently offered by the publisher. I think the corvids are one of my favorites because every faction, I kind of think of Roots as kind of like Magic the Gathering or some of those collectible card games where you get some new cards or some new factions and it really changes the scope of what you're doing in the game. But yes, you don't get all the deck construction aspects, but you still get that aspect of it's sort of learning about the game in a new way, if that makes sense. Like you've got the same basic rules, but then one expansion of a big CCG or LCG or whatever might be about, hey, let's have a horror theme. Let's have a turtling theme now, where it's actually really powerful to turtle up until you get 8 mana to have these massive things. But then with Roots, actually, it kind of, by not allowing you to swap things around and mix things up, it actually stops them from being too homogenous. Yes, there are similarities. Did I drop one? I dropped at least one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cool. Only the one. Retrieved. I think it's like what Serlin did with Codex, although even more so, by not allowing people to just do whatever, you actually reduce homogeneity. You make it so that there are fixed directions. You've got this one faction that's about their 9 little things to sway. This is quite pretty on this side that I'm looking at. Extra take moves, do extra actions, score. It's good times. There's like a whole series of things to discover there. I'm all for it. I'm going to open up the things that I have never opened up before. So we're going to do it in a weird order. That was the underworld. Let's check out this box. Never checked out this box before. Will it be enough to make me not sad about not having homeworld? when that is a big part of the reason I backed. I mean, I'm still assuming, I'm still expecting that I probably should put them all up here. I'm still expecting that there will be more stuff coming, but I'm just a little concerned because, as far as I knew, I had expected the stuffy. I was expecting, oh, this is interesting. You've got a little paper sleeve. So you've got this so that it can be sold on the shop shelves, and then this comes off. It's just pretty. And then it makes me wonder, do you need the UKCE and the CE marks and all the legal bump on the actual box when you've got it on here? Is that required? I don't know. I mean, I'm wondering if that's kind of them erring on the side of, hey, let's not make any mistakes, let's not leave ourselves open to any liabilities. So in the base game, I think this is what came with the Marauders expansion, came out at the same time. You've got these, which are kind of like cats, a bunch of, I'm not going to say, these little people are definitely the versions of the Keepers in Iron. And here we've got the little rats, the Flame Bearers, with the extra bit coming out their ears, all in their own little things. That's all that came with it originally, only the 3. I suppose that makes sense. So the Flame Bearers, the Vault Keepers, and the Popular Band. I don't think the Popular Band is actually based on the cats, but yeah. Oh, there's lots of extra bags here. I'm sure that's going to be useful. Tiny little die, also in its own bag. Did we need that extra bag? And then there's another bag, which is not part of the one bag of bags, which is slightly confusing. And we've got things to make this work. And I will need to check the rules to see what all this other stuff is. Can't quite get that to stick up. So there you go. Huh. No, this one does not have a table of contents, which is unfortunate from my perspective, because I wish I could see all these things and be like, hey, I know exactly what this is about, but the truth is I do not. I have a lack of awareness, a lack of understanding, and I feel like a lack of guidance to where I want to be. Let's see if it helps on here. Nope. Wait a minute. There's going to be more hirelings inside the Marauder expansion. Maybe I should open that one up next. So, that was the hirelings box. And I know in Thailand at least, the Marauders expansion is slightly more expensive than any of the others. Also, true story, in Thailand, not all the expansion boxes come with a set of rules. I bought a Thai version of the Riverfolk, and then was like, hey, I went back the next day and I said, hey, I bought this just to get a set of rules. Can I? And I was ready to just buy the Marauder. I just wanted a discount for buying 2 things. But then they said, oh no, we can't give you that. But you know what? We'll just give you a free copy of the rules, which was very nice of them, but slightly confusing. Okay, Marauder expansion. We do not have the table of contents. Maybe because this is... Oh no, we do. It's the third thing. Learning to play, Law of Root from 2024. And we do have all the contents. Hooray. 4 hirelings. Oh, there are the 4 hirelings for the basic factions. Cool. And then it shows you what they look like. Hooray. And that is control markers to track how many turns you control them for. So, I see. So if you've got both the Marauders and the hirelings box, presumably you don't need all this. Like, all this is kind of duplicated if you've got all of them. I'm slightly confused why there's these 2 from Underworld. Let's see if it's explained. Extra markers. Use these to replace old or missing markers. Fair enough. And so you've got kind of the new style for, whereas before I think they had a slightly different style, and if you bought it early enough, then you might be unhappy with that discrepancy. I've played both of these. I do like the rats. I think it's a fun thing. There's a bit of complication about which moods you play as. There's a bit to learn. The Keepers in Iron, there's a whole puzzle. It does my head in. I'm not going to beat around the bush. Advanced setup card. Ooh, this is exciting. And the cards for the hirelings. We have the Brigand or the Exile, the Rabbit Scouts or Spring Uprising, Forest Patrol or Feline Partisans, and Lost Dynasty or the Bluebird Nobles. So each version either has a wee power-up or it has actual pieces that go on the board and just make more stuff happen. I've heard that the hirelings work well with 2 players, so now that I've actually got all of them in Bangkok, I might give it a go tomorrow. Friend. Okay, we've got all these advanced setup cards. I feel like the advanced setup cards could have been bigger. I don't know. It works. Okay, Faithful Retainer for the Badgers. The overview. All the rats' moods. Giving special abilities with some excellent, slightly creepy art. A whole bunch more bags. I think I have more bags than I know what to do with. I'm not going to lie. I don't think I need this many bags. Or maybe I do. Oh no, I don't. So I guess let's take out the Warlord. We've got some of these hirelings. Maybe that should go into the other hireling box. We've got some actual rats already in a resealable baggie. We've got some badgers. Badgers. Look at the badgers. Got the little cute rabbits and the bear. Yeah, I really think this should go into the hireling box. And some of the beaten up cats, they all seem to be a bit more disgruntled and they all seem to have little bandages. I'm not sure, like, thematically what's up with these cats. Like, is it that, let's kind of double check. fact, I'm wondering if I should actually just keep these all in the hireling box. That would make sense. Whenever place a patrol warrior in every clearing. Each clearing, every clearing. What's the difference? It does make me kind of wonder about small words. Hello, Salty Horse. It's lovely to see you. And yeah, what do you think is the difference in a rules book between in each clearing and every clearing? I mean, once you've used one of those words, you need to stick with it, but are they interchangeable in terms of whichever one is in your own internal style guide? They just work exactly the same? And why are these cats so beaten up? I don't know. I feel slightly sad for the cats. Regardless, that is what's going on here. Hey, Salty Horse, just to bring you up to speed, I got the all-in Homeland Kickstarter, and it just arrived today. It technically arrived with my friend in Bangkok a month ago, and I was doing the big unboxing, but I don't have the new stuff. I don't have Squires and Disciples deck. I don't have the what else don't I have? The Homeland expansion, like the whole Homeland expansion. That is a bit of a bummer. I need a knife. Just a second, I'll be back. Just a second, I'll be back. Because a knife's not something I lack. Okay. There we go. Let's check out the riverfolk hirelings. Lizards are cool. Oh, 6 new. Oh, when it says 6, it basically means 3, but they are on the promoted and demoted sides. This is interesting. There is a surplus, definitely, of hirelings dice. I'm assuming like every single package has these things. So it does kind of feel like I've got a lot of extra cardboard that I'm not going to do anything with because it was in the Marauders expansion, in the hireling box, in the Underworld hireling pack, in the Riverfolk hireling pack. It will be in the Homeland hireling pack as well. So that's 5 times. That's 5 times what I need. That's a bit much. But regardless, that will go in there. And probably I'll keep them around for some amount of time until I decide, yes, it is absolutely not going to do me any favors to keep around, and I do not have the space for random things, and I am probably going to even throw away some of these boxes. I know. Some people might be aghast, being like, oh, you're throwing away stuff, how can you do that? But earlier this year, I got rid of 80% of my stuff from my parents' house. And it really made me realize how hoarding is such a slippery slope. Okay, I am definitely going to be reading through these in a wee moment. So we've got the Otter Divers, which, you get to ignore a rule and move along rivers more easily. The Warm Sun Prophets and the Lizard Envoys, the Bandit Gangs and the Highway Bandits. Okay, so this is the pink one, which means you can play it in any game. You don't, because you're not meant to have like the Cats one and the Cat faction. Yeah, that makes sense. Keeping boxes for other things, but I don't know. The types of games I make are normally a bit smaller. I don't know. I'll decide later. I don't need to decide now. Honestly, the biggest thing after doing this is to be like, hey, what's going on with the Homeland stuff? Okay. I think I need to compare these little lizards to the original lizards. But those are quite funny. I feel like these ones are more like they've got more of the little frill. I've got little pink lions, which is very fun. I'm very impressed by, like, I assume like all of this design was by Kyle Ferry, like just keeping some really unique shapes going on. They're easy to tell apart. They're going to be clear on the table. I know that competitive players aren't into the hirelings, but I am really looking forward to giving it a go. Now, maybe that's what I'll do tomorrow. Some factions we all know, and hirelings, which my friends will probably know, but I have no idea on. Ooh, this is slightly different. So we've got 3 extra tunnels. Probably for whatever the mole is. We've got a whole load of extra bags. I have so many bags at this point. Thank you very much for all the free bags. Ooh. So we've got is that the basic hireling rules again? Do I have now 3 identical rule books? That seems to be the case. And let's see. I did like the first one where there was a little strip to pull. Let's see what these moles and corvids are all about. Okay, so we've got the pink one, the protector. And this is a giant stag, so big that you can only see its head rising up over the entire forest. Oh my gosh. Look at these cute little crows. The crows with glasses. Okay, just going back in there. And all the moles. Oh, I like these moles a lot. I had never seen... I think there's a couple of bits here that I'd never seen in real life, but look at those little hard hats. Is that not super cute? So, the protector, even on the demoted side, you still use the pawn, and it basically protects everything at that stage. That's the demoted side. And then the normal side, ooh, the protector is no longer the protector, it's Furious Protector, and it's killing stuff. That's a bit violent, but it is a war game after all. The demoted side, it's Raven Sentries. Okay, it's kind of, you deal an extra hit if it's got your buildings or tokens in it. And this other side, we've got all the spies. Oh my gosh, you keep placing spies everywhere with enemy pieces. They just get everywhere. And then you can battle everywhere that there are spy pieces, or you take random cards from enemies. That feels pretty gosh darn powerful. That seems like it's going to change the game quite a bit. The demoted side, whenever you craft a card with an item, you may reveal it instead of discarding it. At end of evening, return the card this way to your hand. Okay, interesting. So the idea being that you could craft it, reveal it, bring it back to your hand, then craft it a second time if there's 2 of that item. Or you could use it for like your faction's ability of however you use stuff. And that's only with items specifically. So it's not going to be any of the bird cards. But then we've got foothold token, which I assume are, where did they go? These ones. I assume those are foothold tokens. And, you keep adding them. You may move and then you may battle. So it's a whole bunch of extra warriors to help you take down those pesky enemies. That feels like quite a powerful thing. And yes, I am going to do exactly what's clearly suggested and put all these into the hirelings box for now to keep together. I am actually quite excited to explore that with a friend who knows the game very well. And so many dice. I guess I should have 4. One of them, maybe I forgot to take the larger one out. And so many bags. Hireling box. And I know you said to keep things, but you can't just have stuff taking up space in your home forever, or can you? I mean, it is very pretty, I will admit. Now, Vagabond pack. Do I want to actually open everything, or do I want to go off and try to work out what the heck is going on with the homeland expansion? And okay, we've got the Vagabond pack. There's a few extra starting items, and these starting items are very grayed out, more so than the ones I've seen elsewhere. Yeah, like, so what I did, so full disclosure, because I now technically live in Bangkok, and because I legally, well, my cards are based in the UK, I do not have a Thai bank account or anything. It's actually quite hard to get a Thai bank account if you don't work here, and I do not legally work here. I mean, I don't illegally work here either. I do not do any form of paid work while I'm in Bangkok. But yeah. So because my card and my address were different locations, a friend had to do it on my behalf, which seems to have become a little bit of a palaver, with the homeland not delivering and then the plushie being in a separate box. The plushie I knew about, but then homeland, I'm still feeling concerned. And I'm like, okay, I guess I told him as soon as possible. Okay, adventure, it's trying to make questing better. The Ronin can sometimes do extra strikes. The Harrier, I've never played this, but I've heard it's quite good. Can basically teleport anywhere. Then you get your little people. Kind of think I might eventually put that into another box. I will definitely be thinking about all of this. Let's look at the landmarks pack. I have heard a lot of people say that the landmarks pack generally doesn't add enough impact for its rules complexity, and having read the rules, I can anticipate that. Although actually, no, the Lost City is awesome. It's a bit battered, this one. I don't care too much. So, we've got the legendary forge. That can stay there. We've got the black market, which is literally black. We've got, yeah, that's probably better. We've got the great elder treetop and the lost city. Now, the lost city, I've played with that. Really simple rules. It's every faction. I think that, sorry, it's every suit. So it's bunny, it's fox, it's mice. Yeah, it's all 3 factions. And it definitely changes up the game quite a bit without needing to learn too much. We've got cards for everything. That's nice. Doo-ba-doo-doo. It says this is how you set up. Then flip it over and this tells you how to play with it. That's quite useful. The elder treetop adds a building slot, but the extra building slot will give someone else a point if they remove your building. So it's somewhere where you're only going to build as a last resort. I suppose it does help. Maybe especially the lizards would be good there. Yeah. The tower is, if you rule it at the end of your evening, you get a point. That's a lot of extra points coming into the game. The ferry, wait, do I have, no, I don't have 2 ferries. You can move along. Okay, so it counts as the river, so you can use it along anything with the river, even though I've not seen that before. The legendary forge. There's so many. Okay, I'll have a read of that afterwards. When you consolidate the big boxes, use one of them for hurlings and other stuff. So you can use one box for just boards, another just for factions. Yeah, I'll wait until I actually get the homeland stuff, and then I'll sort of see how it all goes together. Right. I think, squires and disciples. Can't remember when this came out. Was it with the underworld expansion? That would probably make sense because the riverfolk expansion was part of the original Kickstarter, I think. The underworld, the Marauder expansion came with hirelings. So presumably this one came with the underworld. We've got 4 new factions in. I do like the 4 suits in the 4 quadrants a little bit more. I've got all sorts of cards. I'm not going to go through them. I'm not going to go through them all. I'm just going to have a quick mosey. This even had a quick peel tag, but that also came apart from me. So what you gonna do? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when it's free? This is really nice card stock. I'm going to say, like, I do love myself a bit of linen finish. I love a bit of texture on the card. Like, I'm just a massive fan of that. So you've got all the dominance cards and all the item cards that you have with all of the decks. And then you've got your ambushes and more item cards that you've got with all of the decks. And then you've got the special cards. When you craft an item, score an extra point. When another player crafts an item, draw a card. Oh, that's interesting position. Oh, it's all about crafted items. Exhausts an item in the crafted items box to take a move or initiate a battle. I think that's really exciting because otherwise only the rats and the vagabonds are integrating with items at all. So actually being able to exhaust them, like that's really interesting tech. Two of those things. Um, the partisans, I have played with this deck before, but I've never had a chance to look through it in real life in this way. Deal an extra hit, then discard all of your things except for mice. Swap meat, take a random card from someone else and then give them a card. Two of those. And we've got coffin makers. Oh, that's quite a well-known one. All the things that die score you points. Draw a card and choose someone else to score a point. Tunnels. Clearings with your crafting pieces are adjacent. Quite different to actual tunnels, but I get that there's like a similarity. So the flavor makes sense. Rabbit partisans, deal an extra hit. Is it may? Yeah, you may deal an extra hit. I think that's quite a powerful thing to have. Informants. During evening, when drawing cards, you may instead take one ambush card from the discard pile. So factions who are going to draw more than one. Is that instead of your full draw? That feels a bit weak. Like if I'm about to draw 3 cards and then I only want to draw one ambush card, like I get that an ambush card is pretty powerful, but even okay. False orders, move half their faction, half of someone else's faction warriors from somewhere to somewhere else, basically. There's more words, but propaganda bureau. Spend a card to remove an enemy warrior from a match and clearing and place a warrior there. So we're basically doing the whole lizards conversion thing. And of course, you've got your fox partisans. Turns out I am going through all the cards. Airy Emigre, Tent of Birdsong, take a move, then battle in the destination clearing. Okay, so you have its big possibilities, but you really have to do those things. Corvid Planners lets you ignore rule when moving. Boat Builders, it's like the otters, you treat that as paths. Tokens now count towards rule, and each of your tokens counts twice. Okay, so I guess that's going to be... Who's that useful for? Yeah. It feels like there's a really good use case for it, but yeah, I don't know everything well enough to kind of instantly be able to do all the combinatorials and all think through all the possibilities. And then there's 3 saboteurs. Not 2, not 1, not 4, but 3. Discard this to discard an enemy's crafted card. So basically, I think this is what allows you to have, I guess, nicer cards with the knowledge that if something is a bit too overpowered, someone else will be knocking it out of your hand. So that is all of that. You know what? I don't feel like opening Riverfolk or the main expansion, the main base game right now. I've already got them. I'm going to try to work out who to message about the Homeland expansion. I have to admit, I know it's not recommended, but I was looking forward to playing like a 2-player game, maybe with like just having one of the new ones, like the frog, something I'd not seen before. I can still do that with the hirelings. I do have plenty of content I've just been playing lots of other people's stuff, and it is a game that I love, and I assume they're going to be able to make it work out. I'm just a bit confused because surely the Homeland box would have come in with all the other boxes. I'm very confused. If anyone has any pointers of how to sort this out, I'm all ears. Otherwise, I'm probably going to spend the afternoon reading through these. But yes, thank you, Salty Horse, for being here. Thank you for anyone else for watching. Shipping mistakes happen, especially with a big order that has different products. C'est vrai. Or as they would say in Thailand, Jing Yut Yut, or Jing Jing Yut. No, Jing Yut Yut doesn't make sense. That means truth a lot. I think you would just say Jing Jing Naka. But yes, hopefully I'll let them know and they'll trust me and they'll send it to my friend and it'll be sorted out, and I will get the squires and disciples and the new homeland hireling people, and also it would have been nice to have, like, I don't know, the new factions on the hirelings, even if I'm not playing with the new factions necessarily. That could have been fun. But lots of love. Now the time has come, as it always does, to say goodbye. So at this point, bye, 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 bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye, 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 bye. And now I'm going to go. I hope you have a lovely day, whatever you do, and you do something that fills your hearts with joy and manage to connect and smile. Bye-bye.